I am Pramod Kulkarni from an NGO called Saathi. Saathi helps children who are in need. Not all the children, but children who are found on the railway platform. You must have been on the large railway platform and observed a scene. Actually, the platform provides joy to the children. They are happy, they get their food. But a child on the platform doesn't grow. It only ages. Platform is not a good place for the child to live on. Saathi started working on this issue in 1992, around 2 decades before, from a small railway station, Raichur, in Karnataka. There are many other NGOs who are working with these children, and we picked up this idea from students in Pune. At that time, all of us thought that this child on the platform is becoming an antisocial element, not good, and we need to move the child out, mainstream it. So we started connecting with the children, sit with them, eat with them, and we thought that we should educate these children and put them into some job and provide them an independent life. All of us thought that this child has been pushed out from a very dysfunctional families, and our sympathies were for that. We put about 30, 40 children into various kinds of jobs in Raichur by talking to our friends. And we thought that the problem seems to be resolved. And about 3-4 months down the line, one child ran away from the job. And this continued. In about 6 months' time, most of the children had left their jobs and then had run away. So the child had an independent economic status, but it seemed the child is looking for something else. And we tried to figure out where the child has gone. And we tracked. And to our surprise, many of them had gone back to their homes. We went to their homes, thinking that, is it dysfunctional home or what? To our pleasure, a lot of the homes of the children were functioning homes. In fact, the parents were looking for the child when the child was out. And it was such a pleasant sight to see the family back there. Now, we have found out a solution to the children on the railway platform. Initially, when we saw a child on the platform, we used to say, what education should I give to this child? What vocational training? But now we say that, how can I find its family and reunite the child? So we said we want to help many more children like this, and we started spreading our work. We started observing the platform and all the train. There was another new phenomenon that was to open in front of our eyes. On the platform, when the train arrives, we started seeing this kind of children getting down from the train. They were out of the home, they had run away from home, but it was just about 2 days, 3 days, and they were landing onto the platform, a platform which they don't know where they are. This child left there would join the other children on the platform and then start becoming a platform child. And should not happen. This child needs to be helped, and as early as possible, they need to be helped. Number of children who arrive like this is not small. It is quite large. One day in Patna, our workers, they saw that there are 9 children who landed up on that one day. That adds up to around 3,500 children in 1 year in Patna alone. Then we took that this is a very serious matter and did a survey across many, many railway platforms in India and figured out that in a year, roughly around 80,000 children land up onto the platforms. All of them need to be helped. A question crossed our mind that if the child has a family, then why the child runs away from the family? Initially, a lot of us thought that the reasons to run away are very complex and then the child is traumatized. But when we started working with the children on a large number, we figured out that very often the child runs away from family for small reasons. होमवर्क नहीं किया, माँ ने मारा, भाग गया, कोई vegetable के लिए पैसा दिया था, उसने chocolate खरीद लिया, and then out of fear the child runs away. So a lot of such kind of reason. The child sometimes gets into a fight with brothers or some friends in the hostel, and then child runs away. So if the reasons are so simple and it can be resolved and the child can be put back into the family, that was what the new learning for all of us. Well, there are some 5-10% cases where the child comes from a very difficult family background, and sending back the child will be very difficult. Having seen this, we said we want to help more and more children, and started working in many places in India. How do you do this work? We stand on the platform, look out for the child, and when you see one, you go and convince the child and move the child immediately to the police to register a name there, and then move the child to our shelter. And in the shelter, the child is provided various services. And it takes a couple of days for the child to sit down. Initially, every child says that, look, Anna, I am an orphan, I need a job. And looking at them, we know that that's not true. And a day or two, when the child develops a faith on you, then it starts opening up and then sharing why the child ran away from the family and what happened there. The counselor tries to tell the child that life on the platform is a solution to its problem. And the counselor also tries to take the child's mind to the family, and by asking what would have happened to parents and what would they doing now. Very often the child realizes the mistake and says that, yeah, I should go back. Our counselor assures that the problem that you had can be resolved. We are there with you. Better to go back. And once the child agrees for this, it shares the addresses of the family. Half the time it has a mobile number, so we can connect with the family. Half the time we don't have the mobile number, but they give some names of the places where they come from. Some small place in Madhubani, Bihar, that happens. And then we have to connect with the police stations in that area and tell that आपका area का एक लड़का यहाँ आया है. And very often police search the family and help us out. You can imagine, every day we get so many children, and then in 1 year we connect with something like 2,000 to 3,000 police stations, and everywhere we get a good response. Once you connect with the family, the parents are informed and they feel relieved. And we call the parents to the place where the child is and ask them to come and take the child. They come all the way. And a little bit of advice to them, and then reunite the child back with the parents. We work in multiple locations, all across India. And in 1 year, last year we helped 7,000 children. Before year that, 10,000 children. Cumulatively, we have helped 70,000 children so far. Many people ask this question: what happens if the child is reunited? Will it stay back? And then so we took a sample of, some X number of children, went back. We were holding our breath and, what would happen. And to our great surprise, around 87% of the children are at home. They were continuing at home. There are children on the platform who have been there for a long time, and then they are not amicable for simple counseling. So we take them into a 30-day camp designed by NIMHANS. And there the child becomes a child and starts sharing its reasons. And in course of our work, we come across variety of situations. Here you can see that one child with a white shirt from a very rich family. And he had his father opened up his bag and found a cigarette. And the child was afraid, saying that he'd get a beating. So he ran away with some 500 rupees. And he lived on the platform for about 7 days in Pune. And every day he did just one samosa to survive. And, because money was not much. And we happened to connect with the child and reunite the child back. So like that, every day you keep on getting these cases. There is another photo in the left-hand corner of a small child. This child was found on Kanpur railway station. And, on inquiry, the child said that I am from Jharghat. But he said that Jharghat is in Madhya Pradesh, so he was sent to Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh people felt that no, the Jharghat is in Lucknow, so they sent the child back to Lucknow. And in this time, 7 years had already elapsed, and he had grown up into a young boy. And some staff thought the innovative idea of Googling. They Googled and then found Jharghat in 5 locations. They connected with the police stations in all the 5 locations, and to our great, in one police locality, we could locate the parents. The parents came and picked up the child. So like that, every day you keep on getting these kind of cases. When you reunite the child back to parents, it's a moment of great joy for everybody. You can see the tears of reunion. One of the father who felt very obliged with his, he donated some rice. So when the parents take the child, they feel very happy and they bless us. And it is this blessing that keeps us moving forward and like that. We have taken, as a part of this work, we come across so many good things. Very often there is this feeling that the stepmother doesn't look well to the stepchildren, her stepchildren. And many people think that that is one of the reasons why many children run away from home. We have dealt with so many cases of stepmother. And in our experience, in around 70-80% situation, the stepmother loves the child a lot. Here is a case, bottom right-hand side corner. This stepmother traveled all the way some 1,000 kilometers to take the child back. And this is the beauty of mother in India, and we salute them. You see a child on the left-hand side corner photo. He's an orphan child. But in India, the families are so strong that the mama and chacha will come and then take the child. So this is the beauty of Indian family system that we can come across, and we salute them. When we reunite the child, it's a matter of joy, but we involve other officers to be a part of it. They also feel very joyous. They own the feeling, saying that I reunited a child today. And to that extent, they continue to help this program more and more. We took this issue to the senior level in the government, to Minister of Railways and Minister of Women and Child Welfare, Mrs. Menka Gandhi. To the credit of them, they gave an audience, they came to the function, they appreciated the whole issue. They said this is something on which we must work, and they provided support. Women and Child Welfare, under the ministership of Menka Gandhi ji, they started a program called Railway Child Line, and it is supposed to operate in 88 railway stations very soon. Now, this kind of work that is happening is not only because of Saathi, and there are so many other NGOs who are involved, like Prayas, SBT in Delhi, and all put together we are helping around 25,000 children today, but still there is a long way to go because 80,000 children need to be helped in a year. And the cost of helping one child is just around 4,000-5,000 rupees. And the funds come from a lot of good-hearted donors like the Infosys Foundation, Ajim Premji Foundation, and Bajaj Finance, and like that. Somebody asked us a question, what happened to the child after 10 years? Does the child really grow at home? And so we took the list of about 100 children helped in 2005. And in 2015, we went to their house. In 2005, it was a 13-year child, and today it is a 23-year young man. And to our great joy, we could connect with 97 of them. They are no more children, they are youth now. And one of them, who was found on the railway platforms of Raichur, today earns around 80,000 rupees per month. Another fellow who was found on Tirupati platform, because he had not done the homework, he was scouted, he ran away, and today he has finished his BE, and then he's a AutoCAD trainer. And the real champions of this whole program are the field staff of all the NGOs who work on the platforms and in the shelter. It's a very tough job, but they are doing it. And, children are there, children are being helped by railways and the Women and Child Welfare Department, many NGOs. So in India, we should be very proud to be a part of this society, which is very helpful to the children. Thank you.